we understand the Harambee Stars are playing their biggest Chan game yet, but if you're a basketball fan, Nairobi's home of hoops, Nyayo Stadium is the place to be. It's the start of the semifinals doubleheader we've been waiting for as the Zetech Sparks take on the Strathmore Swords in what is going to be an exciting university derby. And then later, Umoja faces Nairobi City Thunder. I'm Silale Shani, and I'm joined by Cletus Masingu for tonight's action in what promises to be a thrilling matchup for these ladies. Cletus, Zetech are being tipped to be the next team to take it all the way to the finals. Last year they fell to Equity and KPA and all the usual front runners in this race, in the playoff race, but they're looking good this year.
Yeah, they're looking good this year, but you remember a couple of years ago, they were the better team when they took on Equity. They sank Equity, eventually fell to KPA. They were supposed to go to the East African Games. They weren't able to do that. So another team replaced them in Equity to go to Zone 5 and all that. And it's going to be an interesting game today. I cannot wait to see what happens with this team.
Well, Zetech enters this semifinals matchup with a regular season record of 20-2 against Strathmore. They have never lost, and they're certainly not going to start now. At least that's the hopes and belief of their head coach, Maurice Obi. But we are going to get into the action in just a moment, as Strathmore also setting up. And Strathmore, an interesting journey to this stage. They swept USIU. I don't think a lot of us expected that.
Well, it was a shock. It was a shock. It was a shock for most people, particularly the game one where they went to 50, was it 54, 56? It was so close. Everyone thought USIU were going to take that one. They didn't. But in the second game, they came back and they did their math. They took it away with 41-34 to sweep USIU away.
Well, that's going to be the Zetech Sparks starting five on your screens right there. And I've heard really good things about Michelle Sokuju. She is not starting for Zetech Sparks, so she'll be coming off the bench and being expecting to inject some energy and flow into this team. But I do see her on the floor, if I'm not mistaken. If that's not her in the kneecaps over there, but we're going to get that clarification in just a moment. But who are you excited to watch from the Zetech Sparks?
Well, for me, I think the one thing that I'm really excited to watch would be the player Angie. I'm looking forward to what she can produce today. I was looking at the starting five, and I'm thinking today the bench players are going to be big on these games. They are going to be big on these games. I was looking at their last games whereby the bench players produced, 33 of the 43 attempts altogether. And then you look at it, the bench player contributed 21 points for Zetech and 19 points for Strathmore when they played their last game. I know it's interesting because Zetech met this final because Eldoness decided not to show up for their second game too. Yeah, so it was quite an easy position for them to be in. Silale.
All right. Well, we got an early three-point attempt and the basket. Zetech Sparks get up on the scoreboard first, and I think that was a declaration of intent.
Yeah, they're very good from beyond the arc, Zetech, and Strathmore will need to match that if they are going to try and get a victory here today.
So Sokuju fires from beyond the arc as well. That one is off, and it's going to be blue ball coming back.
Well, it's always been their strength, Zetech. It's always been Zetech's strength to shoot from beyond the arc. I was just checking. They shot 32% of 44 attempts. Yeah, that was from beyond the arc. And then inside the paint, it's 33% of 43 attempts. Yeah, so essentially it's not that big of a difference from beyond the arc and inside the paint.
Akini from downtown. There's a deep check. Still finding that shooter's touch. As now we have Strathmore's Terrence bringing the ball up. And now we got a foul on the floor on as Ivy Opicho was driving to the cup. And Ivy Opicho, I think she has really gone back to the Ivy that we saw before she got into Equity Hawks. Because she was at Strathmore, then she went to Equity Hawks, and she became a bit more quiet. But it's nice to see her back at her alma mater. She's a great post player.
She's back to her best, essentially. She was one of the best players you could ever enjoy to watch But then, you know, even when you go to another team, you always have to step it up a little bit, as you know, Slale. You've played this game, so you do know what it's required sometimes when you go to a different team.
So Michelle Skuju, she's going to be the floor general looking for options. And Zetech not able to convert in that possession. Terrence bringing long pass. Beautiful find for the lay-in. And it's 2 points apiece for these two teams here as they're sussing each other out. Christina Keeney, another heat check for her. Still hasn't found that shooter's touch, but let me tell you, once she gets started,
it's going to be a problem for Strathmore if she gets started. They need to lock it down quickly. Oh, easy.
Beautiful runner from Jacqueline Adiambo. And Strathmore Swords, you think the gym is full, but no, it's just the fans right behind their bench.
Yeah, but they're fired up today. They look like they're up for this one. Yeah, I think they're taking so much confidence from beating the Flames. They are in their quarterfinal matchups. It's giving them so much confidence. You can see the way they have started the game. They started very well.
So you have a foul called on Strathmore as Bosibori was going in for the drive. Zetech, a team, as Chetas has very accurately said, makes a living from beyond the arc, but they've not been able to hit any shots yet. But still plenty of time on the game clock for them to get warmed up. And now we have Andrea Keeney.
They're playing matchup. Strathmore are playing matchup. They're playing matchup on D, and they're not allowing Zetech to dictate the play the way usually they dictate the play by moving the basketball nicely and creating spaces for people to take shots. Now it's matchup. They are going to have to use a couple of screens to get the spaces so that they're able to take the shots.
So it's going to be Strathmore to inbound the ball. Adiambo fires way off. Bosibori picks up the defensive rebound, and she'll bring the ball up. Christine Akenye straight to the rack, fouls on the drive. She earns a trip to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2.
Well, taking a note that the officials, the match officials today are all female crew. It's nice to see that. Yeah. Usually you come to a gym and you find that gentlemen are doing a female game. It's nice to see that. It's being handled by an all-female crew.
That is a very great thing to note. Equally exciting is when you see female referees handling the big male games as well.
Yeah, particularly maybe tonight we'll get to see one of those occasions.
Indeed, indeed. So Christine Akenye gets one of the free throws to go. Oh my goodness. Strathmore Swords have come out the gate hot. 6 points.
They're fired up. They're fired up.
They are fired up indeed. And listen, this is the playoffs where anything can happen. Listen, forget about the regular season. It's a new day, it's a new game.
It's just one game. It's a one-off. You come here and you think, oh, we beat them in a regular season, and then you realize that you cannot do the same thing. Another one. Another one.
Strathmore Swords are on fire. They're lighting up the gym. And listen, if you are making your way down to Nyayo Stadium, make your way a little bit faster. You need to get down here. We got a game, ladies and gentlemen. Bosibori from downtown, no. Gets her own rebound. The drive and the kick. Michelle Sokuju finally gets the shot to go down, and right now, Strathmore leading 10-8. Look at the drive from Michelle Sokuju.
Foul.
Once she hit that initial three-point shot, I think she was able to shake off the cobwebs and get warmed up for this game. Welcome back, Michelle.
Yeah, and they're trying to put up a fight now. Zetech, who's begun quite slow, but now they are warmed up. I think now they are back in the game. You can see the coach giving some instruction.
So right now, just a correction on the scores and what you're seeing on the screen, the score is actually 10 points to Strathmore Swords, 8 points to Zetech Sparks, and we've got 5:48 on the game clock. So Kuju gets the free throw to go, make that an even 10 points apiece for these two teams.
But also what I've noticed is that the fouls, you look at the fouls, Strathmore are fouling quite a bit. They have already fouled 3 times and Zetech have only fouled once. So I think there's something to look at as the game goes on.
Checking back into the game for Strathmore Swords is Denise Pondi. Battle on the boards. Strathmore managed to secure the rebound and the bucket. Jacqueline Abiambo. Oh my goodness.
Well, we need it's going to be an interesting game, and it's certainly proving to be that in these early stages.
It is indeed. Adiambo now has scored almost half of the points for the Strathmore Swords. And she has an opportunity to make this a 3-point play. Not able to convert that. And that's a great defense from Terrence, but last touch from Strathmore Swords. So the possession still stays with Zetech Sparks. Sakuju, the rock in her hand. Gets it up to barrel, back into Sakuju's arms. And she's got the runner, comes up short.
The teardrop just didn't drop in.
And now she hits the mid-range shot. And she's such an offensive force, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's also very bright when she moves the ball around. She knows exactly what to do and when to do it. Now, that is causing Strathmore a bit of a challenge. At the minute, they need to find a way to solve that if they are to continue with the momentum that they started the game with.
Turnover for Strathmore. Terrence gave a bit too much steam on that pass to Pondi. So ball back to Zetech Sparks. And you see the fans starting to trickle in a little bit later in the evening. Again, if you're not at the Chan game and you're not at Nyayo Stadium, really, where are you? What are you doing? 2 great sports, 2 great opportunities to catch a great game. And if you can't get here physically, we will be taking you through the action, myself and Cletus.
Yeah.
Zetech with the steal. Angie pushing the ball now with Bosibori. Bosibori steps through the defense and the nice finger roll finish.
This game has begun on a high tempo, hasn't it?
It really has. It really has. And now Strathmore Swords are trailing by just a basket. It's 12 to 14 points.
Both teams were here very early.
Opondi at the top of the key. Gets it in. It's Joy. Joy attempt, no good. And here comes Zetech on transition. Strathmore were very intentional about slowing down Zetech's transition offense.
And that is what they're good at. They're very good in the transitions. And if you allow them to go on the fast breaks, then you're going to be in trouble.
Terrence at the wing. What's she going to do with the rock? It's out for the shot. She thought about it. Instead, Juma.
It was good ball movement. It was good ball movement. It was a very good ball movement. It just failed to hit the target. Had it gone to the target, probably they get a free shot.
But it's great to see Strathmore's composure at this stage of the competition.
Yeah.
Michelle Sakuju with the flare behind the back.
She's gone to the line quite a number of times so far.
She knows how to draw the foul. She knows how to draw the foul.
She just went to her coach, Maurice Obe, get a few words of advice as she goes to the line.
And Coach Obi doesn't get enough credit for the development impact he has on the players that go through his hands. We've seen players like Maurice Okapi, even Angie Akinyi on the current Zetech roster. She grew in leaps and bounds when she joined the Zetech Sparks roster. And we got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, there is credit for him as well. He doesn't really like to hold players and then just make sure they stay with him all through. He likes to bring in young players, model them, and when they get the opportunity, he's there to support them towards their goals. And that's very rare from coaches that exist sometimes, yeah?
Big board from Adiambo. Putback doesn't get there. And now here comes Bosibori with the push. Kick out for the shot. Christine Akinyi, no.
Well, she's not getting there so far. She's attempted 3 times. She's missed all 3. She did get the first one, though.
So now the perennial question is, should she continue attempt or should she start looking at other offensive options?
Well, she can play in other offensive position, but so far maybe that's the tactic. They have planned to play like that for the moment. Maybe it will change as the game goes on, but at the minute, that's the way they're going to play.
So this first semi-final game off to a roaring start. Terrence at the wing. And we got an offensive foul assessed on the floor. I believe it was called on Opondi.
Yeah. I think she blocked. She tried to place a screen and then she just blocked the defender from attempting to get to the attacker.
And here comes Michelle Sokuju. Kick out to the top of the key. Oh, Akinyi almost loses it. Kicks it out to Bosibori for the 3. That one grazes the front of the iron. Now a long pass to Terrence, and that's great transition offense. Just couldn't execute to the final basket, but that's what coaches love to see. 2 passes, you're on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, just near the rim, easy to score. If you get it right, probably get a foul in the process because the defenders at the time are trying to recover to stop you from scoring.
Sokuju off the mark again. Not as consistent as she usually is from beyond the arc. Terrence now kicks it out to Joy. Joy on the drive.
Good.
She's blocked by
wow,
Akinyi.
that's a big block.
Michelle Sokuju drive and kick. Yes. Her and her teammate Angie Akinyi, they've had lots of practice doing that over and over again at the elevation training program that they have.
Okay, and it's so interesting because you just mentioned, should she continue shooting or should she start going inside the paint? Well, you have your answer then.
Speaking of the answer, Biombo on the other end of the floor is relentless.
Strathmore up for this. They are up for this. This game is... Wow.
Terrence. Kick out for the drive. That's Adiambo.
Console. Adiambo was injured for some time. It took a while to get back. She went for the 3-on-3, by the way, to represent Kenya. It was quite... They got back with the medals. Yeah. They got back with the medals. She was a key player for Strathmore, and then when she got injured, Strathmore kind of tried to find a footing without her, but eventually they did. And when they did, over time she got back to her fitness, and now she's playing very well again. Hey. Power! That was raw power.
It's power, but that's Beryl for you. She's a very strong post player as Akinyi continues to find that shooter's touch. Minayo off
They
the
pick
mark.
another rebound.
Sokuju with the O-board. Couldn't get the finish.
Silali, I just want to mention something. Zetech picked 51 rebounds in their last game against Eldonix. And so far, we've just seen them pick 3 times in a row. Do you think that's going to be key going forward?
I mean, it's something that they have to talk about in their next timeout. This is something that have to be addressed by the coach and adjustments that should be made early enough in the game before it comes to haunt them later.
Yeah, because so far, with them picking like that.
So it's another turnover for Strathmore. Scores are 19-17. Strathmore are in the lead. What a foul and a basket! Big girl things for Beryl Otieno. Oh, no, that's not Beryl Otieno, is it? Let me see. That's Darlene Joroge. Maybe a protege of Beryl Otieno.
Yeah.
But slim girl, big
She went in
moves.
there strong.
That
She
was
went in
great.
there strong, yeah. She went in there strong.
Great move from her. She tries to make it a three-point play. I never like it when post players miss from the free throw line, but Kenyan keeps things alive. Zetech maintain the possession.
Well, I do understand that you don't like people missing from the free throw, particularly the post players, because you're one of those players who was very good from that line.
It takes intentional effort as Jacqueline Adiambo goes tumbling down. She's a bit slow to get up. We knew, or rather, Zetech Sparks are known for their physicality.
Yeah.
And
they're just turning it on right now to just almost dominate. Almost to say, if you're going to go through us, then you're going to have to match our physicality. We hope she's okay.
She looks like she's going to be all right. See Denise checking her out, making sure they have eye contact, confirming that.
Bonus, I think. Bonus shots.
Can indeed continue. Are we in the bonus?
Yeah, I think so. Just seen referee Dindangay signal for a bonus.
So Jacqueline Adiambo is going to shoot a couple of free throws. And if you are joining this live, let us know in the comments and let us know who you're rooting for. We always love to hear from the fans and see fans show love. But this University Derby is turning out just as we expected it to, as Diambo misses the free throw but managed to draw another foul. So at this time, it's going to be Joy Akok Adoshe. I know her by Adoshe. I will call her by Adoshe in this game. But she is also a former player for Equity Hawks and went back to Strathmore Sports together with Opicho.
Yeah.
So they've been getting good extra time, playing time. And you know what that does to a player's confidence and their ability to deliver in a team.
Definitely, definitely.
So definitely a better fit with the Strathmore Swords.
Because it doesn't do any good if you're sitting on the bench all the time or you're playing 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So you end up training all this all the time, but at the same time, you're not getting the minutes on the floor. So it takes away a bit of the experience that you need to play the game.
Yes.
We leave 2 seconds left to play.
And we do apologize for the statistic graphic on your screen. We're getting that fixed up in as quickly as possible. Jacqueline, couldn't get it to go down before the buzzer. And what a game it has been so far for not just Zetech Sparks, but Strathmore Swords. As you take a look at that statistic on your screen, Michelle Sokuju already at 8 points.
Yeah.
So she is leading all players in scoring for Zetech Sparks, but I think we have to have a conversation about Strathmore Swords.
Yeah, we should.
You know, they are 0-2 against Zetech. Again, they beat them in the KUSA semifinals. I had a conversation with Coach
Buddha. Ronnie.
My former
Coach
coach,
Ronnie
Buddha. Ronnie Owino. As we take a look at some of these replays there, the runner from Jacqueline Adiambo, she's been phenomenal in this first quarter.
Yes,
but
she has.
The journey to this point, you know, they've beaten Zetech in the KUSA semifinals, but they have lost both times they faced Zetech in the regular season. Albeit, it was very close games.
Yes, they were close because Strathmore don't give it easily. They don't just... Coach Ronnie Owino's teams, they don't give you easily, you know, and if you come thinking that, oh, we beat you, this is what happens. It's difficult. This game is not easy. You can see the players putting up everything that they can to just get an edge over the opponent, and it's absolutely fantastic to see.
It really is. It really is. And they have come into the semifinal matchup really with so much energy. But Zetech are sticking with them. Listen, that 20-2 regular season record was not given. It was definitely earned. and they are sticking right with Strathmore Swords, and that's what they do. You think you got them. You think you're leading.
Yeah, you think you got it.
And then right when it really matters, they just explode, and it's very tough to catch up with them.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what I'm curious now of is that bench points now. It's getting to that stage where now the bench has to start coming in and then putting up some numbers. Strathmore, very good from the bench. They had 19 points in their last game from the bench. That was against USIU. So those are good numbers. That was almost half of what the total numbers they put up through the game.
So we're getting ready to start the second quarter here of this semifinal matchup. Scores are 14 to Strathmore Swords, 19 Zetech Sparks. And these two teams on your screens are probably the fastest teams in the league right now. So they are evenly matched on that front. They like that run-gun type of offense, quick outlet passes on transition, as we saw demonstrated by Strathmore earlier, for those early layups.
And I would like to support that because they had 14 points from fast break in their last game.
As we see Zetech now, the attempt blown away by Darlene Doroga just went too hard on the glass. I just thought her fingertips were slippery. She is not happy with how she finished there. It was a foul though.
Yeah, it was a foul.
She will head to the free throw line. Doroga gets the first free throw to go to extend this lead by 6 points now. Strathmore Swords have to be careful that they don't get out of reach.
And they really need to be patient, because if they are not patient, Zetech will take advantage of that. The Sparks will take advantage of that, and that's what they are good at. Taking advantage of those little lapses that you have in a game.
Stoppage on the floor.
Yeah.
Terrence Lihanda brings the ball up. They're looking at their options. Lihanda almost loses it and now decides to go in for the drive and kick. They found the wide open shot. Juma not gonna get there. Doroga cleans up the mess, and here comes Michelle Sakuju.
The key player for Zetech.
Indeed, she is such a valuable addition for the team in black this season. Now the skip pass to Darlene. Oh, it caught the bottom of the net, so it didn't reach its target. The gamble kick out into the corner. Corner three is good. Terrence Lihanda gets up on the scoreboard.
What a beautiful shot.
Beautiful indeed.
Gets nothing but the net as well.
We have the high screen, and look at the response from Zetech Sparks. Pound for pound, corner three for corner three, and now we have the steal. So Kuju, she is so quick with it, and then she hits them with it too small.
She had to do that. Timeout.
She did indeed. There's a time I sat down with Michelle, and this is right after they'd lost to Equity Hawks. I know they'd won, they'd beaten Equity Hawks.
Yeah.
And she told me, she said, there's no one in Kenya who can guard me. She said, I am the best offensive player in Kenya. And listen,
she's proving it so far.
She's proving it.
So far. She's put up what now? 10 points?
Listen, hit us
already?
up in the comments. Let us know if you think there's any offensive-minded player that is better than Michelle Sakuju in Kenyan basketball right now.
Yeah, and while you're at it, you can point out someone who can defend her, because she says nobody can defend her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We know that every great offensive player must have an equal and powerful defensive player.
who can
Kobe
stop.
Bryant said Tracy McGrady was one of the best defensive players he ever played against. So now in Kenya, who is the Tracy McGrady to Michelle Sophie? That is the question.
Maybe Strathmore can solve that for us today.
Might be them.
Yeah.
If
But
not
so
them,
far,
we're not seeing it. We're
Yeah.
not seeing it.
so far, she's simply dominated.
They say offense wins games and defense wins championships. So let's see if Strathmore Swords can crank up the defense as they trail by 9 points now. Hilda Okapi, deep three indeed. Not gonna get there. And Zetech are gonna push the ball on offense. Travel violation.
I just think Strathmore need to start making this count, the turnovers that Zetech are making, because they're not making them count at the moment.
You got to value each possession. Zetech are giving them a lot of possessions to utilize, but if you're not converting them, then...
See, another one.
And Denise went right at two defenders. Long pass. Great court vision by
Bravo.
Michelle. Another travel.
The pass
ball.
was good, but she traveled.
See Coach Obi giving her some direction, but that just has to come down to the player. Gotta make sure you understand what your feet are doing. Opondi spin move, great pass. And the finish from Alexander Juma is good.
They need to do more of that, because for that offense, they were a little bit patient to get the opportunity, a clear opportunity that you can convert from.
Long ball attempt is off the mark.
Slightly, I don't know what happens in a basketball game. When the game's starting, everyone is up in the air and everyone is up for the game. Then it gets to a point whereby between the second quarter and the third quarter, something starts to happen. People start being erratic. You're making quick shots without passing the ball to your teammate. You wonder what has happened to the advice that the coach had given. What has happened in the first quarter, between the first quarter and the second.
Yeah. I like to say that basketball is a mental game as much as it is a physical game. Because when you physically start to get tired, you mentally have to lock in. Whenever you see those lapses in basketball, it's because you're getting tired. And now you're starting to lose focus mentally. You're thinking more about, or your body is trying to focus more on, hey, we need to rest, we need to recover, as opposed to thinking, hey, I need to make sure I can maintain my follow-through on this shot, or I need to make sure I execute this pass correctly. And so for me, I think that's just what it is. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
All the way from this level up to the top levels and the top degrees of basketball.
Yeah.
So no one is spared, but that's just what it is. I think mental fortitude
is more important than even the physical fortitude.
A lot of times.
The coach misses one, but he's caught the other.
Strathmore are really pushing this ball on offense, not giving any time for Zetech to recover, and just like that, it's another unforced turnover. And that's the things that Strathmore Sports cannot afford to do. So Kuju at the wing, he wants to screen. Drive and kick. Beryl Otieno gets locked up by three defenders, and it's going to be a jump ball. And we'll find out who the possession goes to.
Yeah, very soon.
As we see more fans trickling into Nyayo Stadium. Excited to watch this game, and also in anticipation of the game coming after this. It's going to be Umoja taking on Nairobi City Thunder, and that's a matchup every basketball fan doesn't want to miss.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, that one. But at the moment, we do have quite a interesting game to watch.
Shot clock violation.
Yeah, beaten by the shot clock.
Lack of game awareness. And it happens, but you gotta know how much time is left on the shot clock. So another opportunity for Strathmore Swords to score. Will they convert? That's the question.
For me, I think they are in a little bit of a hurry. They want to score all the points at once, not realizing you just have to go one at a time. Just go for those 2 points or 3 points. Just sticking with it. Another turnover.
Steal for Michelle. Sokuju. Sokuju behind the back. Kicks it out to Minayo.
What a play.
Minayo steps back. 3. No. And now. Ooh, that was about to be another steal. It's about to be back-to-back steals.
They're just too much in a hurry. I don't understand. They have got 24 seconds to play that offense. They're using less than 5 seconds. They don't need to be in a hurry. There's still enough time to recover. It's not too big of a lead.
And you see, that's when experience comes into the fore. And you see, Strathmore Sports still a fairly inexperienced team, you know, at the university level.
And a young team.
Yeah, and a young team. So when we play more basketball games, oh my goodness!
Oh, she's just having a field day. She's having a blinder.
What a move from her! Did you see that hair time?
Yeah.
My goodness.
That was beautiful.
Not much that any defense could have done against that, and
unless you are going to take a foul.
Let's take another look at this replay. So she drives in, beats her first defender, splits the 2 defenders at the low block.
Leaves them for dead.
And she's barely breathing hard. Oh my goodness.
What a player.
What a player. And as I said earlier, she has a program called Elevate Training, where she's actually focusing on how to be a lethal offensive player.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so anyone can sign up at a small fee, and she teaches you all the tricks in her bag.
That's nice. That's nice.
Really good to see her doing that. I think what excites me even more is seeing how many female basketball players have signed up for that program.
Yeah, particularly if you're now a younger player, you can get the advantage before you even get to this level.
That's very true. Because I feel in general, Kenya, we're not an offensive-minded country. And you see it when we go and we have international assignments.
Yeah.
And we talk about we see love in Nyayo Stadium.
Love in basketball?
Clay, don't be ashamed to bring your girlfriend and hold hands with her in Nyayo Stadium. Please.
Don't worry about it. She probably is listening to me right now and listening to you. And she'll be insisting that she comes along next time.
Well, yeah, Kenya is not a very offensive-minded country, so
Yeah.
it's always exciting to see people who are trying to develop that. As Okok loses the ball, and now Bosibori too strong off the glass.
I think she
had too much momentum.
Yeah, too much momentum.
Now Jacqueline Agambo, who's been quiet.
Turnover.
Oh my goodness. Another turnover, and Michelle is out of the blocks hard. This time, the Joy managed to slow her down.
I bet you with the block.
Unfortunately, it is just a foul.
It's a block.
Was it a clean block?
Yeah, clean block. You can see it's an inbound.
Kick out for the 3 ball. Comes up short. And it's a 10-point
Well, she's
game.
a nightmare.
She really is. She really is.
She's a nightmare.
Tough to stop.
She hasn't been subbed, and she's looking like she's just getting started.
The key to Zetech Sparks offense is Michelle as Joy hits the mid-range shot. She's also a very reliable player in that low block.
Yeah.
She gets her feet set. Very tough for her to miss. And we got the baseline drive. Jump ball indeed. I don't think that was the right decision from Darlene Roge. No, that was Marsha
Oko.
But we got to give kudos to the defenders. They took away the baseline drive, forced her to spin back
To
into
go
the help
through the
side
center,
defense.
yeah. That was clever defense.
It was indeed. Terrence now into Joy. Joy with the
You just said she's reliable, and truly she is reliable. You can see that now. She's coming into the game now.
And just like that, it's a 6-point lead for Zetech Sparks. Strathmore Sports slowly chipping away at this lead.
Much better from Strathmore.
Much better indeed. And now Strathmore Sports just got to deny the second chance opportunities without the foul as Darlene heads to the free throw line again.
The fans are enjoying themselves.
They are indeed. We're just about halfway through the second quarter of the game. 6-point lead. And
Well,
actually, correction on the game clock time, it's 3:59 to go in this game. As Darlene misses.
I think Strathmore have just come back into this game. They lost a bit of concentration, but they're now right back into it, and it's looking nice to see them now back in the game, because had they allowed Zetech to go away with all the points scoring, every offense, every attempt, it would have been very tricky for them to get back in it.
Sparks hit the 30-point mark. As they now spread the floor. Adhiambo. Oh my goodness, through the contact right in the face of Darlene Joroge. Jacqueline Adhiambo is taking care of business.
I think you guys seen the Zetech men get shocked. How did that go in? They were almost processing, how did that go in?
Adhiambo is being an absolute force for Strathmore Swords. Just knocked down her free throws. And Michelle bringing the ball up.
What a pass.
Good feet in the post. There's going to be a foul called on Adoshe.
A bit of advice from Coach Maurice Obe.
Oh, and a steal from Adhiambo.
Oh,
Michelle
she's just too strong,
she's
too strong.
fast.
Yeah, and too fast as well.
Drive and kick. Darlene, long range, Liddy's not going to get there.
They need to be careful a little bit. They're back in the game. They don't need to be in a hurry.
Okapi picks it out for the three-point shot. Just like you said, they do need to be careful. No need to rush. Adhiambo misses everything in that attempt.
If she was looking, she would have seen the teammate was free, right on the other edge.
Look at the block from Jacqueline Adhiambo, getting it done on both ends of the floor.
And the fans are enjoying it, every bit of that block.
The baby-faced killer. Put some respect on her name.
Yeah. She's gotten into the game. She was so quiet, particularly the first quarter. She was quiet. Then suddenly she's in the game. It was about the mindset thing you were mentioning.
And now Walker trying to get the three ball to drop on time. It's no good. So 5-point lead here for the Zetech Sparks. And we start to wind down the first half of this game. Strathmore couldn't get a handle on that.
But they're fighting, they're putting up a fight. That's the most important thing.
They're being aggressive.
Yeah.
They're making sure they're deflecting passes. Making sure that Zetech Sparks are having to work for every single possession.
Oh, good one.
Steal and long pass for the drive. She could go all the way. Vanessa Mariska for Strathmore Swords. And now the Swords are down 3.
From being down 9, now it's just only 3 points. It's a composure.
It's the composure.
Yeah.
And they're doing
And
what's
they are
working.
making Zetech work for every single attempt.
Correct. Speaking of working for every single attempt, that was a clutch 3-ball from Evelyn Diana.
Yeah.
And what's incredible about this Sparks team to me, Jay, is that everyone can shoot.
Yeah.
Everyone is a legitimate threat. As we see the steal and the finish, yes!
Excellent. What a pass as well.
Swords are in this game. They're not backing down for anybody.
Well, this is what we said. They're going to put up a fight. They're not going to just allow you to take anything. No, they're not going to give you anything for free. You have to work for each one. And that's what is happening right now. Zetech are having to work for each basket that they score.
Adhiambo, long pass for the layup.
Transition. The fast breaks that we talked about, they're the fastest team you probably see in these semifinals, and they're proving it right now.
And
They've gone for 2 breaks.
And And that was the key for them. That was the key. Strathmore said coming into this game they wanted to neutralize Zetech's energy levels. They wanted to be aggressive on transition offense.
Yes.
And they're doing exactly that. And you can see the rewards.
Yeah,
it's very clear.
Now it's there for everyone to see. It's now 31-33. It wasn't looking like that a few minutes ago, but now it is looking like that they are in this game.
They are indeed, and on the back of a monster performance from Jacqueline Adhiambo in this first half. 10 points for her. As we look at the drop step, this time the rejection from Christine Akinyi. We're going to call the foul.
Yeah.
It looked clean to me. It looked clean
Well, that's
to me.
interesting. That's interesting.
But they have the better vantage point. We're going to trust their judgment. Either way, Joy
and I think
will shoot too.
I think you've seen Miss Michelle Sokoji. She's missing on the floor. Zetech are trying to get into it, and it's just not going the way they are expecting it to go. I think she plays a very key role for this team.
She does indeed.
Yeah.
She does indeed. Although she's one of those players who you don't think she's doing much, and then you look at the box score at the end of the game and she has 12 points.
She makes it look easy, and that's the challenge.
That's the kind of player you want on your roster. The one who's just quiet.
See, people don't think she's doing much, but she's doing a lot.
She's doing a lot.
Yeah.
And she misses her first free throw. 2-point game here. Less than a minute to go in this second quarter. Joy Adoshe gets the second free throw down, and it's a 1-point game. She takes a very well-deserved rest as Denise Aponi checks back into the game for the Swords. Diana on the wing. Goes all the way with it, high off the glass, no.
They're struggling.
Strathmore pushing the ball on transition. Adhiambo fouled. And that is what she needs to do all day for Strathmore Swords. Draw the foul.
They're doing very well right now. Can see Joy Okot has 8 points.
He does indeed. So second only to the lady on your screen right there, Jacqueline Adhiambo.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Adhiambo's 11th point.
Yeah, 11 points. She's done very well, Adhiambo. And particularly from the free throw line, she's not missing quite a number. She's just scoring.
And for the first time in this quarter, Strathmore Swords are in the lead by half a basket. Game clock winding down. Jacqueline Adhiambo almost stealing the ball. Zetech under pressure. Bosbori kicks it out for the shot. Way off. And we had this conversation earlier, are Naomi Bosibori and Maureen Bosibori related?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they are related. I think they have similar names.
Similar names, no relation.
No relation.
All right, got it. Finger roll is good.
They are dominating. That's Consolata, I believe. Adhiambo.
Indeed, Consolata Adhiambo.
Yeah.
Now giving the Swords a 3-point lead.
This is.
And it
They're
is
up for
incredible what we're seeing here.
They are struggling. Zetech are struggling. I think it's clear that Michelle Sokoji plays a big role in that team.
That takes us into the end of the first half of this game. Strathmore Swords with a 3-point lead, 36-33. A monster performance from Jacqueline Adhiambo and great secondary scoring support from Joy Akok. They can end that half with a big smile on their faces. Yeah,
they'll be pleased, and I'm sure the coach, Ronnie Owino, will be pleased to see his side play the way they have played. Particularly in the tail end of this second quarter, they've really improved. We've seen their aggression has been high. They've been going for those balls. They've been trying to defend the attackers. It hasn't been easy through the game, but the tail end of this second quarter, it's been amazing. It's been good to watch, and they deserve a lead in the lead.
Well, there are going to be some key adjustments that Zetech Sparks are going to have to make in this halftime. And top of the list, just got to get some buckets. Zetech is one of those teams where their offense wins them more games than their defense.
Yes, they are not very good defensively. I think so far we've just seen they are allowing too many transition baskets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But far from over. We still got one more half to go. Don't go too far. We'll be back with more action from this exciting first semifinal game this evening in Nyayo Stadium.
quite a bit. As you look at the statistics, yeah, they've been very good.
They're shooting almost at, yes, you have the live game stats up on your screen. Their field goal percentage for Strathmore Swords is 25%. 40% for Zetech Sparks, and Zetech are shooting better from beyond the arc, but as I said earlier, it's Strathmore are really getting their baskets from transition.
Yeah, and they started surviving between the steals and the good defense that they put up in the last quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as for Zetech Sparks, for them it seems that offense is going to work better for defense, but still they got to play a bit better defense against the Strathmore Swords team. They've had few bursts where they get a lot of steals right at the half-court area, and they need to do that more and then convert their possessions as we get back into the action here. Early corner two is no good. That was attempted by Ashley Minayo. And she's been quiet in this game so far.
Yeah, Minayo has been very quiet.
And now the ball is slapped out of bounds by Alexander Juma.
I think Strathmore just need to begin this quarter the way they finished the second quarter. I think it would go well for them if they do that.
Sakuju, shot fake.
She's back on the floor.
Mariska bringing the ball up to none other than Jacqueline Adiambo. She's had a phenomenal first half, misses but gets the ball kicked out. And now we got another attempt on the other end of the floor. And Adiambo trying to keep things alive for Strathmore, but we got a foul called on the floor, and you see Coach Obi ready to make the substitution. Don't you hate it when coaches do that?
And you just got back on the floor. And you just go back on the floor. But he sees something that he really doesn't like when you see a substitution made inside 10 seconds of a basketball game. It's usually something is going on wrong. Or maybe he didn't do what the coach asked.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true. So Michelle drawing the defense and kicking it out for the corner two for Christine Akinyi. Christine still unable to hit a long distance three. And now we have the steal from Minayo. Michelle on the drive. She can do that in her sleep, and they're going to be a late call.
Oh.
But is it the right call? You tell us, Clayton.
I think it's pretty much whoever sent the contact. Oh, they've called a block. I think it's the correct call. If it's a block, it's a correct call. Sometimes players put up their hands, but then they are using the lower body part to block the opponent. So, very highly likely that's a block.
So there you see Claytus, with all his officiating experience, has confirmed that it is the right call. Please don't come for us in the comments. So Michelle Sakuja is going to shoot a couple free throws here. But Swords have maintained this 3-point lead. Neither side has been able to score yet.
Yeah, but the machine in that team is now on the line. So I'm curious now to see how she performs in this second half.
She's the machine, but she needs support. She needs support. They can't put all the offensive responsibility on her shoulders.
But Zilale, we've just witnessed what happened when she was on the bench.
We did indeed, but listen, no team can be won by just one individual. Even though she gets that first free throw to go, I'd like to see other leading scorers for Zetech Sparks start to get into action. Number one on the list is Angela Akinyi.
Yep.
She's had a quiet game.
Darlene was trying to put up some numbers as well.
So now, 1-point lead, Strathmore. Opondi almost loses it, gets a handle on it, tries to go all the way. Scoop is not going to get there. Chases down the boards. And we got a whistle on the floor, looking like a holding foul.
Yeah. They weren't going to let her go. They weren't going to let her go at all.
it's a 1-point game. Possession, Zetech Sparks. Alexander Juma missed a 3-point attempt.
Good play.
Barrel wide open, long range two is not going to get there. Minayo gets the boards back, and then she's fouled an unnecessary foul.
Yeah, she wasn't going anywhere. There were defenders all around her. She wasn't going anywhere. Coach Ronnie Owino for Strathmore Swords.
He's mellowed out with age. Listen, when he was my coach, he was a fierce man. You don't just address him anyhow.
No, he's a fierce man.
Very good friend of mine now. But lots of coaching experience under his belt as Minayo finally starting to catch some heat here.
Yeah, they're getting back now into the game. Strathmore have come out cold a bit in this quarter.
And it's going to be a double dribble, and Strathmore are missing the presence of their starting point guard, and she checks into the game. That's Terrence Lihande coming in as Vanessa Mariska checks out.
She's a menace. Lihande, she's a menace.
She is, but I think it's her court vision and just composure. She truly is a floor general, and she's great at directing her teammates to go in the right place. And now you see her with the steal. 1-on-3. Oh, that's great defense from Zetech Sparks to plug up Lihanda and make sure she doesn't advance any further. But she had time on her side. She would just pull the ball out and waited for her teammates to catch up.
She could have waited. She had the option to wait. Well, it's a tight game.
It is a tight game indeed. What we like to see. Adhiambo.
Turnover.
No foul called, and now Zetech Sparks are pushing. Michelle, tough finish. No go. Adhiambo now is pushing it. She could go all the way. Spins.
Good drop.
It's a kick out to Lihanda.
Oh!
Lihanda leaving Michelle in the dust. Why did she kill her dribble?
Come on.
Why did she kill her dribble?
Why? She'd done everything right to that point.
Let's take another look at this replay. You see Lihanda receives the ball at the wing, spins, left Michelle flat-footed, and then picked up her dribble, and that brought in the double team for Zetech Sparks.
Good vision from Adhiambo as well to pick out Lihanda. She left all the defenders for dead.
She could have pulled up for that mid-range shot.
She was alone. Nobody was there. There was no defenders in sight.
So Zetech Sparks back with the lead here, 2-point game. And looks like this is gonna be back and forth for a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. I think we expected this, the varsity derby. It's gonna be difficult to call. Oh, offensive foul. You've seen 2 offensive fouls so far, 1 from each team.
And it just speaks to the physicality of this game and the aggression that these teams are entering this game with. Lihanda on the putback. Oh, great job getting the offensive board. Just couldn't finish out the play. Now Michelle in the wing. She's about to get double teamed. And that's great defense from the team in blue.
Both teams are playing very good defensively, but we can also say both of these teams are not playing very well offensively. It can go both ways. Yeah.
And you see Minayo complaining there to her teammates. She wanted Michelle to get the pass out, and I have to agree with her. Michelle has had the ball in her hands a bit too long at times.
Yeah.
And now we see another steal for the Zetech Sparks. Beryl Otieno kicks it out for the drive. No go. Okapi. Okapi loses it. Another point guard who kept the ball in her hands for just too long as Christina Kinyi misses the wide open lay-in. 2 opportunities for Zetech Sparks to score.
Again.
Michelle misses the 3rd attempt. What is going on
something
here?
is
And that's
finally
Joy
somebody
Adoshe making them pay.
Finally a basket. After a long time of misses from both ends, we finally get a basket. It's been tight.
It's been tight.
Yeah. They're matching each other in everything they're doing right now.
So it's 4:44 to go in the 3rd quarter of this game. Score is tied up 38 apiece. Momentum is on Strathmore's side. And
She was trying to beat the clock.
Yeah, she was. The fans are getting into it.
Yeah.
I always love these university matchups because the fans are just so energetic. There can be 10 of them in the arena and it'll sound like it's 300.
Yeah, it's true. It's passionate.
It's very passionate.
Everything you want to do, you are defending your school, you're defending your varsity, you have to be passionate. I had an opportunity to see one of those games where it was played in Strathmore grounds and UON Terra was playing Strathmore. They brought their own fans all the way from UON to come to support their team in that particular ground. It was quite a tight match, decided by half a point.
You love to hear it. You love to hear it. And Zetech Sparks, their field goal percentage right now is very, very low. They have not been able to make buckets this 3rd quarter. And we will have the exact percentage for you in a few.
But this quarter has just been...
It's been a bad one for them.
Both teams, I would go for both teams because both teams have been making turnovers, both teams have been missing. That's why we still have the same scoreline.
Oh, that's an athletic move! Look at the play from Strathmore Swords.
Wow, Slally, that was beautiful. Excellent time.
Edna Kola.
On the best line.
Wow, beautiful basketball on display here from the Strathmore Swords. And now the possession is back to the team in blue. But how about that layup from Edna Kola?
What a time. Just left the defender on the baseline and had it easy. Had it her own way, how she thought about it and how she finished it. Another one. Oh, turnover.
So Minayo pushing things and Zetech Sparks almost losing the possession. Christina Kinyi from deep, no!
She's not been on song today, Akini.
She is missing everything.
Yeah.
Lihanda now with the push, picks up her dribble, has to kick it out to Okapi. Okapi trying to do the Euro step, and it's another turnover from her. It's a hard foul from Edna Kola.
I'm curious here. I'm curious.
So Michelle will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And these two teams have been going neck on neck, trading baskets.
Trading steals. Trading turnovers as well. So it's quite tight in everything right the minute. One team has to rise to the occasion.
Well, we have said that out of all the teams in the league, these two are very evenly matched in terms of their style of play offensively.
Yeah.
I would say Strathmore is the more defensively minded team. And that's a bad pass into Ivy Opicho. She had defenders all around her. So it's going to be another turnover for Strathmore Swords. And an unnecessary foul.
They didn't need to do that.
Opicho coming from behind. So that sends Zetech Sparks back to the free throw line again.
when a game is tight like this, you realize the free throws are going to be key to deciding which game, with the way the game is going to end. It's going to be very key. So you have to make the free throws count all the time.
Well, Zetech have not been doing a phenomenal job from the free throw line. They're about 50% from the charity stripe. As we see Darlene off the mark in that attempt as well. Jacqueline down the floor with the runner, too strong. Gets her own rebound, tries to put it back up. Gets the foul, didn't get the basket.
Yeah, they're fouling again this quarter. They're fouling too much, both teams. We've seen both teams go to the line quite a number of times. I just think they need to focus on this line because at the moment, both teams are fouling. So if you're fouling, you know very well you're going to get an opportunity from the free throw line. And Jacqueline has been very good at finishing those today. I think she's the one person you don't want to go to that line.
She really isn't. She really isn't. She misses the second attempt. And now here come Michelle and the Sparks bringing the ball up. Minayo blocked by Edna Kola. Kola gets the ball back. No, Minayo snatches it. And she's fouled on the drive. And Strathmore Swords, to me, it's a combination of very great defensive plays and then they turn the ball over.
Yes.
Like they'll get a steal and then turn the ball over on the way up on transition or when they're trying to secure the ball. Or they'll get a block and then the ball will go off their foot, so it's
so I'm impressed that you've picked up on that because that has been happening over and over again throughout this game. They can defend, but at the same time lose the ball. Yeah, if they could have a way to balance it correctly with the offensive players, then they probably have the advantage over Zetech in this game.
So even Diana ties things up for Zetech Sparks as Lihanda brings the ball up. Looks like they want to call a play. They got a high screen from Adoshe. Lihanda fakes the pass, goes up with it.
She's got so much talent.
She does indeed.
They get punished right the other end.
And that's the thing, Zetech Sparks are, you got to recover very quickly defensively, and that's just a poor pass from Jacqueline. It's picked up by Michelle. Michelle is going to go straight right at her defender and blow the opportunity again. And we've been talking about this. Strathmore Swords, they get the possession and then throw it away.
They get it again.
They've done that so many times.
They've done that so many. They are defending very well. They are getting the basketball and then they're just giving it away, as if we can do it all over again. We'll defend again, we'll get the ball again, then we'll give it to you again. They just need to calm down. But the thing is, if you realize you have got a very good defensive team, there's no need to so much rely on transitions, because if you are trying to rely on transitions, then you have to score those transitions, not give a turnover.
Oh, look at the pass to find Adoshe. Adoshe is
she's coming into the floor.
She is dominating that low paint. Oh, and the response on the other side of the floor. Zetech Sparks doing Zetech Sparks things. Now that's a kind of shot that I'm used to seeing come from Zetech Sparks.
Yeah, that's
another turnover for Strathmore Swords.
Well, this game is still close.
Is indeed. Darlene swipes, almost loses it.
They get it again.
Diambo stuck with her. It's good defense. Lihanda now bringing the ball up. Just trying to set things up. Three-point attempt is no good, and Nicola manages to keep things alive. You got to keep an eye on that shot clock. I don't think the ball.
And she's always very calm. You can just see how calm she is.
And now they got to get back home to defend their rim. 43-47.
Oh!
Wow! Boss Gori. I think
they really need to stop her now. They really need to stop her, because Bossy Bori is a very good shooter from beyond the arc once she gets her rhythm on.
And now got 10 seconds left on the clock. And Nicola pulls up. too strong off the glass. Jackson, the final attempt of the quarter. Couldn't get that one to drop, and Zetech Sparks managed to extend this to a 7-point lead as we close out the third quarter of this game. It was not a pretty one.
No.
At all, but Zetech Sparks were the slightly more efficient team, and they were able to convert on more possessions.
Yeah, it's true.
Strathmore Sports just need to convert.
I'm inclined to agree because at the minute, Zetech have just gone on to play the way they like to play, which is on transition. Strathmore have tried to stop them from playing, but they've been unable to maintain that particular momentum on the offensive front. Have they been converting their chances? What you mentioned about, they get the ball, but then they give it away. Yeah, quite easily, I might add.
Yes, indeed. And as they make adjustments heading into this final and fourth quarter of the game, I would say that Strathmore Sports, they've been doing a good job on the boards. Taking a look there, they have 10 defensive rebounds so far, 15 offensive rebounds. But it's the turnovers that I want to have a look at, and it's 18 turnovers.
18 is quite a bit.
18, it's not too much, but it's a lot for this stage of the game.
Because it's too close as well.
Exactly. And you see, just as you had said earlier, Cletus, Zetech Sparks are now starting to hit their offensive stride. We've seen Minayo hit a couple of shots. We're seeing Bosibori now heating up, and like you said, once she gets going, they're going to be a headache.
Yeah, it's going to be a headache because once she gets going like this, it's only a matter of time before the rest of her teammates join the party, and once they do join the party, it becomes quite difficult to stop them. It's their strength, essentially, shooting from beyond the arc. It is their strength. Even when you look at their stat sheets, you see that they pretty much shoot the same inside the paint as they do beyond the arc.
They do indeed, and you mentioned their stat sheets. It was a slugfest in the first half. They shot a few three-point shots, but they didn't really start falling. But now, you know, sometimes Zetech Sparks, they come late to the party.
Yeah, and when they do, they would have arrived. And you'll notice, just a couple of three-pointers, and the game is now away from you. Now you're trying to struggle and get back into it. But I think Strathmore have done very well to limit those opportunities, because today they've not had those free shots apart from the latter part of the third quarter, whereby they've had an opportunity or two to take the shots. But it hasn't been happening through the game today, as you had mentioned.
Indeed, indeed. So again, it's 43 points Strathmore Swords. Zetech Sparks have now hit the 50-point mark and are starting to settle into their offense. Their shoulders are loosened up. Follow-throughs are going up high. So Strathmore Sports are going to have to do a better job of stopping the bleeding, making sure that they stay within arm's reach of Zetech Sparks.
They just need to stick with it. They just really need to stick with it. And if they play anything like they played by the end of the second quarter, I think they have a great chance of shocking Zetech today.
But we're about to find out. Remember, this is the first of a doubleheader this cold winter evening here in Nairobi. But if you're indoors, you get to warm up with me and Cletus as we take you through the action here. So getting into the fourth quarter of this game, Lihanda, she's got Michelle on her, suffocating defense that Zetech is known so well for, leads to another steal. Michelle on the left hand, can she keep it alive? Manages to chase it down. Kick out to Bosbori. No.
Close.
Close. And
the aggression has improved. You can see the aggression. You can already feel the aggression in this quarter.
Tola at the top of the key. Strong drive to the rack. Can't get it to drop.
Well, Zetech are going for it from the three-point line. I think they are going to live or die from that end, and they've always done it.
I mean, it's an part of the game that they really work very intentionally on. Their three-point shots. Their post players can shoot. Their guards can shoot. We saw, a name that is very synonymous with Zetech Sparks basketball, Medina Okot.
Yeah.
She could shoot the three.
Yeah. All of them. They do not
Christine
have.
Nantini, she's
She's
off
shooting.
this game, but
She's
the
attempted
reason
like a
she's
couple more.
shooting is because she knows she can knock them down.
Yeah.
Bosbori. Fans are counting him down. Sokuju for
Oh!
Sokuju gets the three ball to go. And now Zetech Sparks have extended this to a 10-point lead.
We knew they were going to try and shoot them, and now they are on fire. They want to take it away from them, and that's the way they always do it, from the three-point line.
And now they lock up the Honda at the top of the key. She needs to get the ball out of her hands a little bit faster. Force. The ball movement is a bit stagnant for Strathmore Swords right now. They need to force Zetech Sparks to think outside of what they're giving them. As we take a look at Michelle's points so far in this game, she's already at the 18 points mark.
Wow, beautiful. She's playing one of those best games that you just know. She's on song. She's up for it. She's up for this today.
And I think what's really impressive about her game is that you'd think that she gets a lot of points from shooting from beyond the arc, but no, she's actually a mid-range player. Like
Yeah.
She really gets her buckets from
And the
inside the arc
layups.
and from the layups.
And the free throws.
Exactly.
The basics, essentially.
Exactly, which is tougher to do.
It's interesting because, Lale, I was just looking at their last 10 points for Zetech. They've scored 3 trays from their last 12 points, if I am not correct, if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, because we've seen from the end of the last quarter into this quarter, they haven't gone to the line. They've only gotten the 3 points from Bosibori and Sokoju. Essentially, that's 9 points already. What's the difference of the score again?
It's a 10-point game.
Yeah.
There you have it. 1 point from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Kick to Sokuju. Sokuju in the corner. Misses the free throw. Kini with the O board. Now
Today she's not been on a song.
off.
Yeah, she's
Straight
off.
off.
She's off.
but she is putting in good effort on the defensive side. It's now a kick out. Michelle, head fake. Ball is poked away by Lihanda. Lihanda puts the Jets on, and Bosbori is going to pick up a foul. So Strathmore will get a chance to set up their offensive motion comfortably. Lihanda looking at her option. Kola, she's got Christine on her. Almost loses it. And Edna Kola, I think she forced that attempt.
Yeah.
You got to make sure your teammates get touches.
Yeah, because then again, you need them to play defense when you lose the basketball. if they're not getting any touches and you're the one holding the ball all the time, then it becomes difficult for them to do what? To play defense with enough enthusiasm.
Big board from Adiambo. She blows past her defender and misses
That's
everything.
wild.
Bosbori, kick out to Michelle. Michelle step back to
Oh,
Bosbori. Bosbori, wide open look. And she wasn't able to connect as you feel the pace and space of this game start to slow down.
I think so far we've seen them attempt 3 points. That's Zetech, yeah. But if you look at it, they've only attempted one inside the paint. That was Akini. The rest of them are beyond the arc attempts. But they'll have to score from the line. Strathmore. Not given as a side ball. Yeah.
And Pony inbounds. Gets it back and goes right through her hands.
Those are mistakes you can't afford to make, not at this stage of the game, because You're down 10. You need the basketball to score. Just need the composure to ensure that you get the basket as well.
Corner 2. No. Minayo kicks it out to Bosbori. Bosbori back to the corner. Yes! What? Count it. Michelle Sokuju with a smile on her face. It's going to be 21 points for her.
Well, she's dominating.
She is indeed. Strathmore now trying to find the best angle to attempt. That was a good look.
Good rebound.
Denise battling for the boards. Joy Doche cannot finish. And it's those easy baskets under the rim.
They really need them at the minute. They really need them.
Those misses will come back to haunt them. 12-point lead for Zetech Sparks. Michelle kicking it to Minayo. Minayo, patient, 5 seconds to shoot.
Well, the coach is not particularly impressed. Yeah, he's insisting play defense.
I'm telling you, the conversation that Coach Obi's having in his head right now, I don't think it's words that could be used for on-air entertainment.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. But he'll be happy that yes, they are in the lead at this stage of the game.
As Zetech Sparks get another steal, they're getting opportunity after opportunity to score. Look at that, Barrel fouled by Denise, so now she'll head to the free throw line. And it looks like the momentum has now shifted to Zetech Sparks.
Yeah, family shifted. Now Strathmore really need to gain some composure because at the minute they're being dominated and it's going one way. At the minute, it's going one way. You wonder where the zeal that they had at the end of the second quarter has gone to. I expected them to come out flying in the third quarter. They didn't do that. It just remained the same. And now Zetech are playing to their strengths and they are taking it away.
They absolutely are. Oberto Nditi gets both free throws, and Sparks have now been able to build themselves up to a nice, comfortable lead as Swords have gone scoreless in the last several possessions.
Yes, they have. They have because they are in a hurry as well.
Bospori at the top of the key. Looking at her options, almost loses it. Michelle at the baseline, kick out.
They are looking for it. I knew they were looking for that. They're just looking for that opportunity to take a three.
And that was good ball movement.
Yeah, it was good ball movement.
The travel call. As we have some substitutions onto the floor. So 5 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
So we're just about halfway through this final quarter of the game. Bospori
To
lined
put
it
it
up.
bluntly, Strathmore have got 5 minutes to turn this around.
They really do. Michelle flips the
Good ball
pass.
movement.
That's
Oh,
great ball movement to find the corner two,
And there
and the
it
corner
is.
two is good.
it's a three.
Minayo,
Again, this
such
is,
a threat from that part of the court. You can't allow her to have an open look. But that was
Filale,
great
I
ball
think we
movement to
talked
find her.
about this. I think we talked about, we knew that they're going to come and try and shoot the basketball from the three-point line. Strathmore are simply not living with it. Yeah. So far, 12 points, easy. Look at the lead. It's not that much. It's got 12 points from the three-point line.
Well, sometimes a 17-point lead can be, 15-point lead can be something in basketball
Yeah.
at this level. In the NBA, it's nothing.
Another one.
Christina Kinyi.
Those are
finally,
5.
Finally
5
gets
trays.
on the score sheet.
This is incredible. She finally gets the basket.
And she just kept on shooting. And now Edna Cola blows away the wide open look. Bihanda trying to bail her out.
3 seconds.
3 seconds fall on Edna. Good feed into the post, but just stop arguing. So it'll be another turnover for Strathmore Swords.
Yeah.
And we have a timeout on the floor.
Well, Strathmore probably need the timeout.
They do indeed.
But they need to solve. They knew coming into this game that Zetech will try to shoot it from the beyond the arc, and that's what has happened in this quarter and part of the last. The reason as to why they know they can play and everyone can shoot. You mentioned this. I don't understand how they did not lock this down, because had they locked it down, probably the scoreline would have been a little bit closer. The difference is those 3 pointers, because they've had 5 so far.
Defense really is the 3-pointers, and I would say it's the turnover situation as well. Strathmore have 25 turnovers in this game and counting.
Wow.
And you just can't win.
No, you can't win like that. You can't
win.
win.
A good, efficient game when you're turning the ball over and also not scoring.
Yeah, you absolutely must do one of those things. If you're turning the ball over, make sure you're also scoring so that you can balance it out. If you can't, if you're missing and turning over the ball the way they're leaving, and now they're leaving people at the 3-point line very open. Those 3 points have not been shot with any defender near those players, but it's also the ball movement from Zetech that is causing problems for Strathmore.
So Strathmore Swords have found themselves in a pickle. Start off this game so well, and now they're down 45-63, 18 points.
Excellent play.
Akinyi with the runner off the glass, and
now she's mixing
now
it up
she's
a little
moving.
bit. Yeah, she's mixing it up a little bit now. She's mixing it up.
Once she finally got that first field goal out of the way, now she's starting to build some confidence. And Jacqueline Abiambo has fully cooled off in this second half. She was
On
red
fire,
hot in the first.
Very true.
So we need to see her activate once again. Mariska. She's a secondary point guard coming off the bench. Almost ball stolen away. Zetech love to double team. Any pass up top as Abiambo knocks down.
You just mentioned it, and then she had you. Yes. She had you. She was waiting for you to mention something.
She wanted me to say something.
Yeah.
Christina Akinyi, she thought she felt good about it. And now Strathmore with the push. Abiambo almost losing it. Kicks it out to Mariska. Mariska with the runner. And look at Strathmore Swords still fighting in this game. It's not over until it's over. And this game is far from over. 2:22 though. So if they need to start hitting some big 3-point shots or converting on every single one of their possessions if they want to have a chance to still win this game.
Well, they will have to overturn that statistic that they had 5 of 21 shots.
Speaking of shots, Minayo. She is water on your fire. Like just when you start having hopes and dreams,
she takes it away. She ensures you have a nightmare.
Michelle feeding in Christina Akinyi. Akinyi, turnaround J is no good. And now Strathmore Swords just playing careless basketball.
Yeah,
unnecessary
they're a bit in a
turnover.
hurry, but they also know that the time is running out on them. So let's just try to do something in this quarter. But I thought they played very well in the third. I thought in the second quarter, the tail end of the second quarter, I thought they would play the same in the third. It would have given them a huge boost.
It would indeed, but at the end of the day, it's the final score that is the stat line that matters.
Yeah.
And right now, it is not looking good for Strathmore Swords, who are down 18 points. But to your point, Cletus, the scoreline doesn't tell the full story.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Not at all. Not for this fixture. Not at all.
Strathmore Swords fought hard and they played
Very well,
brilliantly,
yeah.
especially in the first half. It was a 1-point game.
Yeah, they took it away and then they took the lead. They led at halftime. Yeah, but then when they came back for the second, it wasn't a pretty quarter, the third quarter. But in this fourth, let's just give it credit to those 3-point shots that we are witnessing from the replays.
And that's just what it is. When you are trying to attempt 2-point shots and the other team is scoring 3-point shots, it's like bringing a dagger to a gunfight.
Yeah, but you also mentioned that they were missing easy baskets near the rim. They couldn't afford to do that. They were missing so easy baskets, so many easy. We hope she's gonna be okay.
We do indeed, and
She's a key player.
yeah, I think it's her ankle. Sometimes it's just fatigue. And listen, Jacqueline again was really put in the work. Again, it's a series. It's not a one-game event.
Yeah, they'll get another opportunity.
They'll get another opportunity, so it's not worth it just trying to push one of your players all the way down to the bone.
Yeah.
Give
It's a
them
best of
something.
5, I think.
Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best of 3. We'll get into the best of 5
The
in
finals.
the finals as we take a look at the lovebirds of today's evening feature.
Yeah.
Titus, I know you're jealous. Don't be ashamed.
No, I'm not ashamed though. I'm not ashamed, Tilale. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not ashamed. Yeah, the lovebirds, they seem to be enjoying themselves.
They're enjoying themselves. Listen, love and basketball, those two words go well together as we get back into the action here. Strathmore Swords. Diambo misses everything.
Excellent pass.
Very good pass. She has great court vision. Minayo, but it was just too much on it. Actually, that was Evelyn Diana. who
Evelyn
made that
Diana,
pass.
that's it, must be Evelyn Diana.
It really looks like Minayo, but that was great vision. Just too much of a leading pass.
56 seconds to go.
Denise gets it to Opicho. Opicho baseline J is good. And Swords cross over from the half-a-century mark to 52 points. 40 seconds left on the game clock, and I think we can pretty much call game here, Cletus.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, it was a great fight from Strathmore Swords, but they weren't able to maintain the tempo that they started off with as Mariska brings the ball up. And now they throw the ball right back into the hands of Zetech's Otieno, as Evelyn runner isn't good, but that miss, not too much of a big deal, but it's these last two possessions basically tell the story of this last quarter of this game.
That's true. That's true.
It's
And
one turnover too many.
And they've played very brilliantly defensively. Silale. I have to emphasize how good they've been defensively, Strathmore. It's just that they've kept giving the ball away.
I couldn't agree anymore. Zetech Sparks had steal after steal after steal, but the story of this game and their breakaway moment was when they started hitting their three-point shots.
Yeah.
And that's what gave them the lead that they were able to maintain right into this final buzzer of this semifinal game. So that's the final score up on your screen. Zetech Sparks close things out with 68 points. Strathmore Swords 52. They will live to fight another day, but it's the best of 3 series. So if Zetech Sparks take game 2, that's going to be the end of the road for Strathmore Swords.
Yeah, that's true. And it's been a joy to watch. It's been quite an entertaining game. As we prepare for the next game, I think this game has been excellent. I think the competition is high. The varsities have played their best. We've seen the best basketball defensively, offensively. The key players like Michelle Sokoju and the other side, Odoshe, they've played very well. We've enjoyed ourselves, haven't we?
We have indeed. We have indeed. Jacqueline Adiambo also had a great outing today as we take a look at the final statistics there. 26 steals for Zetech Sparks.
Only 9 for Strathmore.
And look at the turnover situation for Strathmore. 29 turnovers for Strathmore. And I think those statistics tell the story of how this game panned out right there.
I would like to point out the important statistics of the rebounds, 43-43. That was impressive. If they could match that, I think they did very well.
I do agree, but at the end of the day, the most important statistic is the final score. And the final score of this game had Zetech Sparks taking the victory. So an entertaining game. Zetech Sparks, definitely a team that are final contenders. And as we see them warm down on the right side of the screen there, don't go too far. Listen, tonight it's a double header. We got more action coming your way, but let's take a look at some of these highlights right here. Mariska coming off the bench as the secondary point guard. I find that the tempo of the game slows down a little bit when the Honda is not on the floor.
Yeah, she's a quick one, Lihanda. She's always pushing the ball quickly. So, and how about that, Michelle Sokoju?
Michelle Sokoju, she is the woman of the game in this matchup, led all players in scoring very comfortably. 20 plus points for her.
Yeah.
And she had some times where she kept the ball in her hands too much, but this was the play of the day for me right
Yeah.
here. Beat her defender
Up and
then
under.
split the defense
Yeah.
with the hang time.
Yeah. Up and under, and an easy basket to go.
She is such a fun player to watch, and again, if you want to know how to play like Michelle, then sign up for her Elevate training program, which got her and other leading ladies in Kenyan basketball to teach you some cool tricks and make sure your bag runs deep. But Strathmore Swords, they will live to fight another day, and fight they will. Enjoy these highlights. We got the men's semifinal matchup between Umoja and Nairobi City Thunder coming up next.